We've been writing a lot about Paul Ryan's budget roadmap and trying to just talk to different House Republicans about whether they support the cuts to Social Security and the voucher system.
Cuts to what again?
Social Security and the voucher system for Medicare that he creates in that plan. And obviously leadership is a little wary of it. Some Republicans support it. So I wanted to find out kind of what your thoughts are on it.
Well, at first I need to give Paul Ryan the honor and the respect of analyzing his policy thoroughly before I would come down for or against it or certain parts of it. Generally speaking, that I support President Bush's Social Security reform plan, and I believe people should be able to control their own retirement destiny. And then when it comes to Medicare, my view is this, that we need to expand health savings accounts. And if we do this, for example, if a couple had gone in and maxed out in their health savings accounts in 2003 when we passed the enabling legislation, that would have been $5,150 a year for that couple. If they would have made those investments and spent $2,000 real dollars out for legitimate health care expenses, by the time that couple that might start when they're 20 years old would reach Medicare eligibility age, in round numbers 45 years, they would have approximately $950,000 in their health savings account. The federal government then wants to tax that as real income. I say, let them go ahead and buy a Medicare replacement policy so they come off of the off of the Medicare rules, off of the entitlement rules. They control their own destiny, their own policy, and then tax-free, take the rest and use it for a pension fund, retirement, or will it to your children. That's the way we build wealth in this country, and we can, at the same time, we can tie together the responsibility of taking care of our own health care with the responsibility of planning and managing our own retirement. That's the right thing to do, and to the extent that that kind of thought process is in the legislation that Paul Ryan has drafted, then I'm going to be supportive of that philosophy.
Now, one thing that Republicans don't often talk in such specifics, you've outlined a way, to work on this entitlement program. Do you think that Republican leadership should be more willing to look at specifics like this instead of the broad outline that they proposed last year as the Republican alternative?
Well, I find myself quite often not being willing to sign on to the Republican alternative. Usually those things are put together with several hand-picked people that go in and they write a bill, and that's real nice if you don't have the confidence to analyze the policy or construct it yourself. I'm a little more independent-minded. I think there are fundamental principles that need to be followed, and I'm willing to revert back to personal responsibility, constitutional principles, free market principles.